Elle and David back with you on SportsCenter Coast to Coast. Depending on where you're watching this right now, you probably have a favorite local TV commercial. It probably looks it's one that you've memorized every line of. So for our fan correspondent, Reese Waters, who also happens to be a DC native, those local commercials are memorable, and there's one in particular that has made an impression on him over the years.
If you're an elite DC area athlete from the past 20 years, it's very likely you've been anointed with your own Eastern Motors commercial. These campy local spots now have a national audience online. Why is that?
Josh Norman been in town 5 seconds. He already in the Eastern Motors commercial. Every city has their favorite local commercial. This is ours. Why do you think that is?
I think it's a DC tradition. It's just one of these goofy things. I think people really look forward to these commercials coming out every year, seeing who do we have, who's going to be in the jingle spot.
A young Carmelo Anthony.
So he's supposed to be like dribbling around obstacles to financing.
Okay.
So it's a strong, the premise is strong.
Chevy Beamers and minivans.
Over 600 cars, trucks, subs.
I love how he says subs instead of SUVs.
Subs.
As a kid, I've been afflicted with the skinny. I couldn't be a Redskin. The Nationals didn't exist, and the Bullets were terrible. So my dream was to make an Eastern Motors commercial. Can I do one today?
You brought a camera crew. I'm not going to tell you no.
Eastern Motors, where your job is
The floor is moving.
#1
Hey, the floor is...
chance financing.
Y'all just Motors, your job's your credit. At Eastern Motors, your job's your credit.
All elite athletes study the game film meticulously. So I took my commercial cut-ups to Redskins corner Josh Norman, the newest member of the Easterns family.
Hey, what up, Yoshi? What's going on, Josh? It's Reese, man. You remember me? I taught you inside technique.
Oh.
Ford, Honda, Chevys, Beamers, and minivans.
Over 600 cars, trucks,
SUV. Are you listening, man? At Eastern Motors.
Look at the dollar bill, though. Look at the dollar bill, though. Watch me throw it. Watch me throw it. Bam!
It's on TV. We get TV. We get internet. We can do cassette tapes. We can mail it to people's homes.
You sucked. You had the great ones come before it that did this song. You had the Ray Lewis. Come on, Carmelo Anthony's. How did you even get on here? Now you gotta get the heck up out of my house, because that was just a waste of time.
Yo, good luck, though.
Yep.
No offense to you or Josh Norman, but I think the Frenchie was the most handsome person on that entire package.
No offense taken.
Shots fired. I'm just
Yoshi
kidding.
You
did a
sucked,
great job.
is what Josh Norman said. That was the quote, direct quote from Josh.
You know what? We all have to find some place to start. You start and you build on that. You've heard athletes speak and coach speak say, we can build on this. That's something that I can build on. I'm hoping I can be able to do a few more of these Eastern Motors commercials. But this was definitely something that was on my bucket list.
Was it?
Oh, absolutely. Do an Eastern Motors commercial, party with Rod Strickland, race George Murasan.
And how many of those have you done?
Go to the dentist with Dexter Manley, and President of the United States. One. But like I said, we can build on this. We can build on this.
Moving on.
Give us this commercial obviously has a certain cult following down there in the nation's capital. What is this Eastern Motorsports thing? I didn't.
I've never heard of it.
So Eastern Motors is a car dealership in the DC area, right? And they make these commercials. And I think the first one I ever saw was LeVar Arrington. So I think LeVar was kind of their guy, and he really kind of established it as a brand. But the person that really took it to another level, explored the studio space, as Christopher Walken would say, is Clinton Portis, a.k.a. Janky Spanky, a.k.a. Southeast Jerome. He really made it his own. And really, if Clinton Portis is listening, if he's out there, what he did for entertainment for children in the D.C. area. I mean, I feel like I owe a percentage of my check every week to Clinton. I'm not going to give it to him, but I feel like I owe it to Clinton Porter.
And all the residuals you make from the commercial, you owe it back to Clinton.
There you go. There you go. I like where you're going with that.
Okay.
All the residuals, I will go ahead and send over to Clinton.
I saw you were hanging out with Josh Norman. Can I ask him the Josh Norman thing about, like, he says that this whole beef with him and Odell Beckham is over, and are you buying any of that stuff after hanging with him?
I'm not buying it, but you know what? I do think, obviously I'm a Redskins fan, but I do think Josh Norman has gotten a bum rap. If you look at week 1, no passes, only a few passes were completed on him. He almost created a turnover. He did create a turnover and a fumble in week 2, almost got a couple of other picks. We spoke about inside technique and the bump and run, which comedians are great at, and I was very excited about him coming in personally because he started talking trash in the offseason like a Redskins veteran. I said, well, we got to fleece a competitor like when we got McNabb. He's going to lock down the defensive back when we got Deion Sanders. He's going to intimidate people like when we got Albert Hainsworth, provide some veteran leadership in the locker room. George, he was a and then 58-year-old Bruce Smith when we brought him in. I haven't been this excited since we brought in Steve Spurrier.
0-2 and still excited. That sounds like a real Redskins fan.
A little tongue-in-cheek there from Reese. Okay, so in honor of you, 5 is the top 5 Redskins of all time.
Okay, let's do it.
And, of course, people will hate us for our list, but that's...
Yeah, you go first.
That's the
You go
program?
first.
Okay, here we go.
Show.